act, and suddenly my name was showing up as some crazy other thing. So I caught that we weren't live, so I wasn't going to say what it was.
Damn!
But yeah, it's yeah. So I got the AOL one because I was just like, fuck it. But yeah, I know it's funny.
Good old
I got no
AOL.
problem with that.
Good old AOL.
Good old AOL.
Spent my years as a 15-year-old boy in the WWE chat rooms on AOL.
Oh yes, keyword WWF.
Keyword WWF. And like
Ooh,
every once in a while,
WWF nipples.
every once in a while, there'd be a wrestler in there who would be chatting with you, but like you know for sure the wrestler wasn't typing because, or if they even were there.
It was Big Show 2.
Yeah, right, exactly.
At AOL.com.
It was Vince Russo.
Yeah, Vince Russo. This is practice for writing the character.
All right.
I'm ready to.
Everybody ready?
Yeah,
hold
totally
on
ready.
a second.
Wait,
Hold on
let
a
me double
second.
check. Yep, I'm ready.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
I'm ready.
Hold on. Okay, I'm ready to go.
You had to finish rubbing that one out. All right.
That's right.
Episode number 277, After Dark, even though it's light outside.
Nope, just 7.
Okay.
3, 2, fuck you, record. This week's episode of The Rundown is brought to you by Audible, the leading provider of audio content on the internet. For a free 30-day trial and a free audiobook, go to audibletrial.com/rundown. If you don't, I'm going to kill Andy.
Ah! That was unexpected.
At least it's you.
Oh, yeah. I had a good run.
This week's episode of The Rundown is also brought to you by Ken Shamrock Ankle Lockets. Keep treasured memories and a picture of your sweetie in your very own Ken Shamrock Ankle Locket. Knuckle up and put your memories in the zone.
What did you dig up a time capsule today?
I got bored earlier. I thought I started with Jack Swagger ankle lockets, and that just wasn't having the punch that I needed. So I was thinking Kurt Angle, but I was like, fuck it, let's go to the guy who started the ankle lock. We'll go to Ken Shamrock.
There you go.
Ken Shamrock ankle lockets. Global Force Wrestling has announced that their weekly television show will be called Amped. What other mediocre energy drinks can they name shows after?
Shark.
Rockstar. 5-hour energy.
There's an energy drink for everything. Celsius, Jolt. There is balls.
Balls. I've seen balls. I used to go to school
On
with
that
a kid.
note, we should just start that. I've seen balls.
I got my new ringtone.
Theme song.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Ha! I'm in control.
Next week on GFW Balls.
No, there was a kid I went to fake college with who used to buy. Yes, a fake college. Who used to buy a can of balls in the school store every night before class, and our teacher, our video teacher, used to make fun of him for it every night.
Because you're drinking balls?
More likely to show up to an autism benefit than Alberto El Patron. It's episode 207 of the Rundown Wrestling Podcast. My name is Adam. I'm your host, and it is Tuesday, July 14th, 2015. Joining me this week, once again, everybody's favorite duo, Trandy is here.
Yeah, we have one of the cool nicknames. We're like Benifer.
Ooh.
I think we're sexier than Benifer.
Well, and Doy didn't really work, so.
And Boy sounds like a villain in my next series on the Shadow Vein podcast. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go with that, I think.
And let's not forget that Trandy sounds close enough to Tranny that we can get in some of our LGBT viewers.
Absolutely.
Are you guys androids?
So how about them numbers? How's our Twitterist? What's going on? Are we still doing that? I don't know. It's been a long
Further
day.
proving further proving that he does not listen to the show, even when he's on.
Sometimes I tune out. So we skipped a week, and we're finally back. We're moving to Tuesdays if you're watching live. Adam,
We'll find out Tuesday nights, Michael.
Not right
Anyone? Okay. Well, if you do decide to watch us live, we are now on Tuesdays. We normally start around probably like 7 o'clock Central, 8. That'd make 8 Eastern. We're a little late this time, but that's all right. So let's get going. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to go back at all to anything we missed, like Beast in the East? Do you want to talk about some of the news stories? Do you want to talk about Raw? Do you want to talk about? I think I know what Troy wants to talk about.
So we all know what Troy wants to talk about because he posted it on Twitter as well. But before we get to that, I do.
Oh. I think we lost him. We lost him. We lost Adam.
I do want to go back to.
Oh, there he goes.
I don't know what the hell just happened there.
Nope. Maybe.
Can you hear me at least?
I can hear you now.
Hashtag black screen.
Okay, I have honestly. All of a sudden, everything went black.
You kind of sound like Cure from the Shadow Vane podcast, shadowvane.net, by the way.
Technical.
I have no idea what's going on with my computer right now.
Well, we can hear you right now, so go ahead and give it another shot. Let's go.
Okay. We can certainly talk about Beast in the East because that was amazing.
It was a good show.
Why the hell doesn't that screen work? That's so bizarre. Anyway.
This is Tech Talk with Adam.
Well, listen live as he calls tech support. Para inglés. Press 1.
I honestly have no idea what's going on with my computer right now. But,
hello, Adam. This is Steve. Can you tell me if you have turned your computer on and off?
Is it plugged into the wall?
I am located in the great state of New York, New York.
All right, it's working right now, so I'm not going to touch anything for the rest of the night.
Ooh,
I have no idea. That was so bizarre. I don't know what happened there. Anyway,
I'm sure your wife would like that.
Zing!
Beast in the East.
Bestiary in the East. All right, let's do this.
A feast of Beast in the East.
My biggest question coming out of Beast in the East was why the main event was the main event. Because that was a match that nobody gave a shit about.
It's John Cena and their foreign crowd, and the foreign crowd would probably want to see John Cena the main event.
Oh, we reckon to see Cena-san.
The crowd was there to see Finn Balor win the NXT Championship. Is why the crowd was there. That should have been the main event.
It was definitely the best match of the night. It was a fantastic wrestling match.
Absolutely.
And props to both those guys for putting on a really great match. And hey, it didn't end the show, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they still ended the show with the picture of Finn Balor with the championship after the main quote unquote main event match. So even they knew, this is really the match that we should have probably promoted more. But yeah, I mean, it was that was good. Main event was, it was what it was.
It was a shitty, pointless tag team match.
It wasn't a terrible match. It was an alright match. It didn't serve much of a point. I'll give you that one.
It went better than the last time, and a guy named Adolf went to Japan. So
it's true. It's true. Yeah.
It was a history lesson, folks.
It's
a glorified house show.
Yeah.
You couldn't. The person the show was named after wasn't even the main event, and that was Brock Lesnar. He was on all the promotional shit and everything and that, but you can't have a squash match be your main event.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, everyone there definitely wanted to see, Finn Balor, but it was still a WWE event, and they still needed to get American viewers, and they know that American viewers like John Cena.
Yep.
So that's why he was the main event on it.
Right. No, absolutely. And it was probably their best choice to end the show on, but. Aside from that, the squash match seemed kind of pointless. Kofi did put up, a good fight for what little bit at the beginning. Made him look somewhat capable. But otherwise, really the whole event was about Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens. That was the big
Did the squash match have to be against a champion though? Did they have to throw one of the tag team champions out there? You couldn't throw fucking Bo Dallas out there.
Well, he wasn't the tag team champions. He's not. They're not. New Day's not the champions.
That's true.
Let's take a second for Adam to catch up. We did have a Ken Shamrock reference to start the show.
We did. He's wearing a King of the Ring shirt circa 1995.
It is.
Go to WWE Shop by calling 1-800-WWE Shop.
Go to the shop
Hop
zone.
in your DeLorean and go back to www.shop.com circa 2000, if the internet existed then, which I think it did. And make sure
it did.
Make sure that you use your dial-up internet, specifically AOL.com, which is where I now use for my internet, for my my email. Make sure that you wait for all those crazy fucking noises to happen. Then when you get on there, type in keyword King of the Ring
mail.
And you forgot the welcome. I remember back in the days of AOL, I used to change those to different WAV files. So whenever I logged on, it'd just be random shit.
Oh man, I downloaded so many South Park sound bites and turned.
Oh my god, I know, me too. MIDI files.
Oh my god. Every time I had an error on my computer, it would say "Respect my authority."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's turn this into
for the longest time.
Hashtag nostalgia.
For the longest time, my Windows shutdown noise was Mean Gene. Gentlemen, as you know, the Ultimate Warrior. Fuck it. That was my Windows shutdown noise for the longest time.
Nice.
I think I made my instant messenger sound a little bit of the DX music, where it was just to break it down, and every time I got an instant message, it did that. It got really annoying after a while.
Say, that must have been incredibly annoying.
It was after a while. I turned it off after a while. But anyway. Yeah. Beast in the East was what it was. Did anyone? Now I noticed, Adam, and I'm going to call you out on this. It had already been watched on my account. Oddly, when I tried to watch it fairly early in the day. How early did you watch that show? You did not wake up in the middle of the night to watch it, did you?
I did not. I did not watch it live. I probably watched it around 10 a.m. when I woke up. That was probably the first thing I did on Saturday when I woke up. Was
all right, fair enough. I won't chastise you now for this. Anyway, it's like if you woke up in the middle of the night to watch a house show. But anyway,
I watched it.
No, because I Ubered the night before, so I only went to bed at 2.
Oh my.
So.
He Ubered. I don't even know what that means. That sounds
scary. For our international viewers, Uber is an app that you can put on your phone where you can find lonely singles to come and pick you up in their car.
France knows all about it though, because the French taxi system people, they went on this huge, massive, violent strike because they were so pissed off that their business was being slighted by Uber. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Adam, did you go to France on your Uber trip?
Ooh.
Yeah. Can I just imagine we're 12 minutes into the show and we've maybe spent 2 of them talking about actual wrestling?
You know.
Hey, I tried to bring up Sasha Banks. You guys decided to start talking about this other crap.
We'll get to that. We will get to that because that was fantastic. We'll get to it. The other thing I want to talk about before we get to anything else from last week was Brock Lesnar destroying the Cadillac. Because in one of the greatest things I've ever seen, Jamie Noble apparently went on Craigslist and put up an ad for a slightly used Cadillac on Craigslist, saying that he needed to sell it to cover some medical bills following an unfortunate injury suffered in a fight. He was apparently asking $10,000 for the Cadillac. Sadly, the ad was quickly removed. But in other news, Jamie Noble is awesome.
Well, as we know from CM Punk, the WWE
has
really bad medical coverage.
Yeah. I think Andy is dead. So I guess nobody went to audibletrial.com/rundown and signed up for Audible. So I had to kill
His
Andy.
death is on you, people.
His blood is on your hands.
Yep. Poor dead Andy everywhere. The other thing I wanted to mention about that is when you
Mario just went down too.
I gotta turn that on to vibrate so it doesn't fuck with me later. When Brock Lesnar ripped the car door off and threw it into the crowd,
he killed somebody.
I don't know if you've seen the video that was posted to Twitter, but somebody did get hit by the padding piece on the inside of the door that flew off.
Yep.
Andy says, "Keep going. I think my headset died." Your headset's not the only thing that's died, Andy. I'm sorry to say that you are in heaven.
Welcome to the Sixth Sense.
You're dreaming. This podcast is all a mirage. Okay. With that said, I was going to go to a voicemail before we talk about Raw, because I was chided by Sal for. He'll be back, I'm sure. I was chided this week by Sal for talking about Raw before playing the voicemail and then making fun of Sal for talking about stuff on the voicemail that we've already talked about. So he said we needed to listen to the voicemail first before we talk about Raw. That way he doesn't get made fun of for talking about stuff that we already talked about.
All right. He realizes he's still going to be made fun of, right?
I hope so. I certainly hope so.
Testing.
Because there is no way to avoid it.
I can hear your testes.
Hey, I'm back. I'm just going to make a separate audio file.
So everybody's having audio difficulties this evening, or computer difficulties, technical difficulties. Everybody's getting fucked up all over the place.
I'm going to export. You guys just keep talking about wrestling, and I'll jump in just a little bit once I get this exported, and I'm going to start a brand new file.
Why are we talking about wrestling?
Here's the best part is he's probably not recording that, so there was just about 3 seconds of very awkward silence in the podcast while we listen to him talk about the fact that he's not recording right now.
Yeah,
With that said,
keep going.
Let me get my speaker here. Let me turn the volume up.
207, right? Okay.
And we'll press play on this, and we'll listen to Sal talk about stuff. Again, have not listened to this before now, so let's see what he talks about.
What's up, Rundown Wrestling Podcast? I hope you enjoyed your 4th of July and your little break. Hopefully you didn't play with fireworks and blow your finger off like some professional football players that I read about. But I digress. So this week, I definitely wanted to give an opinion and ask a couple questions, or we'll say an opinion and a question. And the opinion is on WWE's Beast in the East special live from Japan.
God damn it, we already talked about that.
At 5:30. I did not watch it live, but I did watch it when I woke up, and I thought it was pretty good. Brock did exactly what we all thought he was going to do. Beat the hell out of Kofi Kingston, dominated him, gave an F5 the whole clan there with Xavier Woods and
racist
and Big E. Their name escapes me at this moment, but you know, the New Day. That's who it is. The New Day. Yes, he beat up the New Day. I don't know why the entire pay-per-view was.
Okay, well, I was talking about the same thing we've already talked about. I'm going to restart my audio as soon as the voicemail's done.
I don't know why they had a main event of John Cena teaming with Dolph Ziggler versus Kane and Wade Barrett, but I'm not even going to get into that. I want to talk about Finn Balor and how awesome that match with Kevin Owens was. Start to finish, best thing I've seen in NXT ever. Ever. That includes Sami Zayn versus Adrian Neville from a couple takeovers ago. That includes Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. This was the right story. It was the crowning moment for Finn Balor to come home and do this in essentially what was his second home in Japan. And even after the match, when Finn extended his hand and Owens wouldn't shake it and kind of do one of these and lifted his arm and just walked out of the ring and was like, screw you, I'm not shaking your hand.
He knows we can't see him,
beautiful storytelling. I like the fact that Owens kicked out of the coup de grace and then he got pinned by the coup de grace a little bit later. So kind of built that, is Owens really going to lose the title? And I think it works for both sides. Obviously, Owens goes on to continue his feud with Cena this Sunday at Battleground. And who knows what's next for Finn Balor? Hopefully, a nice long title reign at least. I'd like to see a couple matches with him and Hideo Itami, and maybe even him and Tyler Breeze. Who knows, right? The other thing I had a question on is speaking of NXT, what was your guys' opinion on the NXT 3? Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Charlotte Flair finally get called up to the main roster. The crowd reaction was great. Stephanie was great. The whole segment was really good, especially for a Diva segment. And I think it's about time, and I think it's time to let these girls go. And I hope this isn't, something that just
let them go. They just made it up to the main
build
roster.
and build till SummerSlam, and then after that they really don't do anything with it. I mean, this is what the Diva division should be. Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, they're the best wrestlers, female wrestlers in the company. They're the best entertainers. They should be on top of this division along with Paige. And, I'm sure at some point that Bayley will be added, but obviously she has broken hands, so not at this time. But maybe even Emma will get recalled, although I think she's kind of burned some bridges. After all, they did send her back to NXT and then stuck her with Dana Brooke. So, but just to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on the NXT 3, the Divas that finally team up and set the wrestling world on fire on Monday night. Your thoughts, gentlemen, and I thank you.
Okay, I'm recording again. Anyway, so there you go, Troy. There's your moment. So, whoa! Holy cow! Crotch cam.
Adam's dick.
that was a little surprising. Troy, I'll let you go. Just start talking about Divas.
Awesome. Simply awesome. I'm a huge women's wrestling supporter. I've talked about it here in the past. I watched a lot of independent women's wrestling. Love the NXT women. But right now they're going to go through some issues because their 3 big name people are all up on Raw now. Mm-hmm. But I trust that they'll recover, and they've got a couple of really talented young women coming through too. The segment, at first I was a little unsure on it, honestly, because I'm used to when you get people debuting, a lot of the times it's you either get a surprise run out, or Kevin Owens' debut was kind of unique as well. No vignettes for these women at all. To have Stephanie come out and introduce them was a little strange because I thought she was supposed to be a bad guy, but obviously they don't care about heels and faces anymore. But yeah, loved it. I'm really happy to see that they decided to bring him up. Not sure why Sasha Banks didn't have her title belt with her. That was a little different. They mentioned the fact she's the current champion, but no belt. But in general, I'm really happy for it, and I like the fact I like her teaming up with Tamina and Naomi because it gives them kind of a new spin on things, and I like this possible 3-person triple threat match that we could have.
My guess with not bringing the title up is they're trying to put a lot of focus on the Divas Championship and trying to show that Divas Championship is what they're all fighting for. So I could see them not highlighting the belt, and I guess that bodes and makes you wonder whether or not who's going to take the title off of her, because if she's going to be up on the main roster, she'll have to drop that title soon. We've seen that trend.
I will say I was a little confused at first because the way that they did it, I thought that Sasha was aligned with the other NXT women.
Right.
Which isn't the case.
No.
She's aligned with Tamina and Naomi.
Which makes sense because she's a bad guy.
Right. And upon rewatching it and knowing that they're aligned, I can be like, okay, I can see what they were trying to do. They showed the 2 women teaming up with Paige. Then they had Naomi come out, and then they said, this is a person that thinks like you. But it wasn't quite clear. And then Sasha attacks Becky Lynch, and you're like, okay, well, I guess she is kind of bad. But then she saves Becky Lynch then like a minute later. So that was a little strange. And then having the three of them in the middle room doing the finishing moves was cool, but at the same time, it's like, well, one of those people isn't with the other two, so why is she okay just being like, oh yeah, these other two chicks that I don't like are here as well.
Team up and defeat the Bellas. I mean, it's maybe just make that point that we're going to be different from these reality.
Yeah, because it was the two Bellas and Alicia Fox who were in all the submission moves, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right. So that was Team Page and Team Bad or whatever they're calling themselves, kind of teaming up against the current regime, as it were.
Yeah, and then having a tense moment once that was all done, kind of facing off in the ring.
Yeah. Right. But like I said, it took me a little bit to kind of let the smoke clear and realize what was going on, because like I said, could have been a little clearer that she was with them. I don't know. Maybe I'm just nitpicking on the thing, but I was very happy.
I agree. I think overall it was a great segment, and my biggest fear now is, are they going to follow up with this in the correct way? And they have a 3-hour goddamn show that they produce every week. They can afford to have, if not one good women's match, at least maybe even two women's matches per event.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that they're bringing the Sarah Del Rey style of women's wrestling up to the main roster. Mm-hmm. We kind of saw Paige get a little whitewashed when she came up here.
Yeah.
And it's not a skin tone joke. So I'm hoping that we don't see too much of that, of them diluting down their moveset.
Right.
Like we have in the past. But I'm hoping that we continue to see growth from these people too. I mean, Sasha Banks has an awesome character, and I want to see that character translate up, because I think it's a very relatable and translatable aspect. Charlotte right now has just been presented to the main roster as this is Ric Flair's daughter. Mm-hmm. She comes out, she's got Ric Flair's music playing in the background of some of a generic song. She does the figure 4 leg lock. She was a figure 8, and then to have Stephanie McMahon specifically call it out, have the announcers specifically call it out, like this woman has done a lot in NXT to show I'm more than just Ric Flair's seed. I'm my own wrestler kind of thing. So I'm hoping that they do give her time to do that. And Becky Lynch was kind of a surprise for me to see her called up, but great choice.
Absolutely.
I think she's a great wrestler, and I think that her and Paige together is a very understandable team. I think Charlotte doesn't quite fit in with them two, but for what they've got to do right now, I'm cool with it. I'm hoping eventually Charlotte will break off with them. You can potentially see Paige and Becky Lynch together for a little bit because they have very similar styles and attitudes. But
yeah, absolutely.
The rumor is that it was going to originally be Bayley, but because of the broken hand, they had to go with Becky Lynch instead. I am perfectly okay with that. I have a feeling. I mean, you were talking earlier about what they're going to do with NXT. I have a feeling that these folks will be doing both shows still for the foreseeable future. Not like Kevin Owens until he drops the belt and then just be on Raw. I have a feeling that these three will still be on NXT for quite some time.
Well, Owens is still on NXT.
He's as well.
Yeah, Owens is still on NXT. He's actually going to be, going for the belt at Brooklyn. So
that's right. He's got his rematch. He's got his rematch at the Takeover in Brooklyn before SummerSlam. But he did finally get a Minitron this week.
Yes.
So that was nice. Instead of just the NXT logo. Speaking of that, WB officials said to be ecstatic when Sasha Banks went down, feeling that the company has decision. The original plan was to have the debuts happen closer to SummerSlam, but the decision was made to pull the trigger now due to the way the U.S. women's soccer team victory is getting so much attention. So thanks to soccer, we had an awesome Divas segment on Raw this week, and that is the first time I think I've ever said that phrase.
And the last.
Probably. In general, that whole segment, I mean, it was very reminiscent of Attitude Era, women's, division.
Show me your Attitude area.
Of course. I hope, like I said, I hope they go through with it. Going on, talking a little bit more about Raw, which will lead us up to our predictions this week. What do you think about the build-up that we've seen so far between, at least at this point, leading up to the pay-per-view for Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar? I think that I don't know. We'll talk more about some of the specifically the predictions, but I found at least this week it was interesting, a little more interesting than last week where they just kind of destroyed the car and then hit the fan with the part of the car.
Yeah.
I really don't. I'm not big on it, honestly. I think it's cool that you've got Lesnar taking out all of his help, making sure that it's going to be just Lesnar and Rollins. But I'm looking forward to other matches on the card more than that match actually.
Okay, Adams, what do you think?
Specifically for the build to the world title match, I'm not a huge fan of it. We can, like I said, we could talk more about. Like you said, we could talk more about it during the predictions. But to me, they're just making Seth look like an enormous pussy. And I know that he's supposed to be a chicken shit heel, but he's all chicken shit at this point. There's no cleverness involved. He's trying to do things, failing and running away is what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a big fan of that. I have a feeling that the only way, my thought process, and again we'll talk about this during predictions, my thought process is the only way that this redeems itself is if he wins at the pay-per-view.
He's going, and I think again, we're jumping the gun a little bit, but I mean, I think he's going to. There's going to be something he's going to pull something out, and not that. He's gonna pull. We've seen him do that before. He's gonna pull something out of his little hat of tricks and
not that
the victory. Not that. Yes. So I hope that they do that, because if they give that belt right back to Brock Lesnar,
pull his penis out,
I'm gonna be kind of annoyed. Yes,
penis.
Yes. Oh, penis.
Oh, penis. I don't think so. I think that we'll get to it on the predictions, but
okay.
I'd actually be kind of surprised if Lesnar takes the belt back.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think they'll put it on him. Hopefully, but we'll see.
Fingers crossed.
There you go.
Penis is crossed.
Crossing the stream.
Sword fighting? We're sword fighting now?
Yes. All right. What kind of news you got, buddy?
I wanted to talk briefly about Tough Enough.
Why?
This is where I check out.
Me too.
Okay, you talk about Tough Enough.
Because last week...
I'm going to be over here beating off to Sasha Banks pictures.
Okay, you do that.
Okay. Because last week it's the sound effects that make that bit. Is that your jerk off song? Do you normally?
Yep.
Do you normally hum a jaunty little tune while you jerk it?
You have to. You got to keep the beat.
If you don't, then that's just barbaric and animalistic.
Okay.
But anyway,
that's right.
Last week's episode of Tough Enough basically cemented the fact that I don't give a shit about this series of Tough Enough anymore.
Yeah, we're talking about it.
Because I want to point this out, because I feel like it's important, because the show, I had faith. I had faith that this would be an interesting thing to watch.
So silly sometimes.
And
I think sometimes. The WWE is going to be great, too, and that worked out.
But last week, for the second time, ZZ was on the bottom three, and for the second time, he got the majority of votes. And for the second time, because the girl who actually had fighting was a mixed martial artist, and it can actually kick your ass, got sent home. And you know what? Fuck it. I don't care about Tough Enough anymore. I was kind of concerned about moving to Tuesday nights because we were going to be recording at the same time as Tough Enough was on, and I don't give a shit. So, thanks.
That Tough Enough Minute was brought to you by...
Anyway.
That Tough Enough Minute was brought to you by Maven. Where the fuck is he now? Who knows?
I want to know. He wasn't that bad.
Maven is returning to professional wrestling.
Really? How do you know this?
He's going
to be at the
He's going to be
Mania 5. brought you luck.
He's going to be fighting. He's going to be fighting for Kurt Hawkins, Create a Pro wrestler, with the affiliated with the school that he runs. They're having an event.
Like the video game
and,
thing? Like Create a Wrestler? Like what is?
I feel like you're making things up.
He is. He's making shit up.
His school is called Create a Pro.
Kurt Hawkins has a school.
Yes, Kurt Hawkins has a school.
Kurt Hawkins is still alive.
Brian Myers has a school. Brian Myers is still alive. I've met him. He's very nice, and he has a school.
Come to my school and learn to be a jobber.
Job Squad Academy. What other news you got, Adam?
Kurt Hawkins, you got fired. And then
you were such a productive member of society.
Oh, and then you got all bitchy because Mark Henry was happy he didn't get fired. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. You know, TNA is hiring.
TNA's always hiring and firing. That's just kind of what they do. So what other news we got?
You could be Kurt Faulkner on there.
But what? He could. Could be like a player. It could be like you're writing novels or something.
There you go.
They changed it to
Inspiring poet.
They would change his name. He'd be Bert Faulkner.
Faulkner. Hey, and you know what? In about a year or two, your buddy Zack Ryder is going to be unemployed too. So you guys could totally be.
One could only hope.
You could be the Abyss Heads.
One could only hope. But anyway, so any TNA news this week, Adam? Since last week you rattled on about TNA 2 weeks ago you rattled on about TNA for like 3 hours.
I checked.
Yeah.
They still exist.
Ah, there's your news.
There's your news.
There it is.
No news is good news when your company is shit.
It's true.
Fun. Where's this tremendous news
Vince,
that you wanted to?
I know, right? That we had to wait 45 minutes. But I know, like Troy and I both get really quiet. Like, okay, let's offer him this opportunity to continue on. And then there's
then he goes, I just want to kill you both. I just want to drive to whatever cities that you reside in and kill both of you.
Yeah.
Oh, he would get here and be like, that train ride was really, really long.
I need to
sleep on your couch before I kill you.
Yeah. Can I just use your bathroom, then log into your network and watch some 1999 King of the Ring because I'm already wearing the shirt, and then maybe after I take a quick nap, I'll have enough energy to actually fulfill my purpose of being here, which is to murder you in your sleep. Is that about right?
Oh, there was another pause. I'm waiting. Jump in. What did you keep rambling all night? You better just jump in.
Why do I do this show?
I don't know.
So it appears that Vince McMahon has banned the term backbreaker.
Uh-oh.
What, backbreaker?
There's that.
Wait a minute. How could Vince McMahon just all of a sudden decide that you can't call a wrestling move what it's called? But anyway, go ahead.
I don't know. During Raw last week, Sheamus hit the tiny penis backbreaker.
Oh.
But Michael Cole simply called it a knee to the spine.
Ooh.
Well, maybe that's part
in other news, Tyson Kidd could have died.
Oh.
Ooh. Well, he's okay because Rey Mysterio wasn't wrestling him.
Tyson Kidd tweeted that only about 5% of people survive the injury that he sustained during the Muscle Buster that he took from Samoa Joe. Lucky 5%. That was apparently a legitimate statistic. Now he's got 16 staples. He hasn't been on in the last couple of weeks.
Interesting.
16 staples, 4 screws, and a rod in his neck.
Ugh. Ooh. I got a ride in me right now, too. It's not in my neck, though. Took a little bit longer to get in there, too.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Vegetable oil. So
my tears. Whatever you got it. That's
you guys hear about the the leaked script thing, the McMahon's rules for commentators that came out a little bit ago. Apparently it was
I read that, yeah.
was like a 10-page document, like saying all the things you can and cannot say when being a commentator. I would be horrible as a commentator in WWE. I'm just saying. Like, I was looking through, I was like, I used to do all that all the time. I think I did that all the time. I'm bad at this.
Yeah, it was obviously old.
Yes, it was.
Considering some of
CM Punk.
Considering that Matt Hardy's name was on it.
Yeah.
And mentions of Jack Swagger's World Heavyweight Championship reign.
Yep. You know, I don't have a problem with it. I read through it and I understood a lot of it. You know, you're trying to send a consistent message. I know people were kind of ragging on it because it's like part of it was like be yourself, but then do all of this stuff. I get that hypocrisy and that is stupid. Don't bother putting that shit in there because you know Michael Cole's looking at it and be like, you know, ESPN wouldn't make me do this shit. But you know, you got to have a consistent message, and it makes sense. A lot of it was obvious things like, you know, don't just say, you know, the title's on the line because anyone can say that. Say things like the championship is up for grabs. You know, it's a lot of it was like, let's elevate this to more than just your generic commentary. And now obviously some things like, you know, call them superstars and not, you know, wrestlers. Yeah, they have a trademarked term for their wrestlers, so they're going to want you to use it.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, it was just interesting, like, when you listen to the commentary, at least for me, like, after reading that, now that I've been listening to the commentary, like, I catch those things now. That I'm it's weird, like you don't, like, really pick up on it. You're like, oh, I see what they're doing now. It's kind of a neat little thing. So
yeah, it's like when you find out when you're watching the NFL draft that a lot of the things they say are racists. That's when you can't unhear it anymore. Like, if there's a black guy
oh boy,
he's got a great motor. If there's a white guy, he's deceptively fast.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You'll hear it from now and you'll just be like, God damn, that's fucking racist. Yeah, you hear those kinds of things, and for sure. I mean, you can tell Michael Cole is really good at it. Booker T, not so much.
No.
I was reading some of these things, and I was like, I'm pretty sure Booker T has broken every single one of these rules. How is he still on the air?
Yeah, so is JBL. Some of those. So
that is true.
Like burying the talent, or whatever the ones. Like, don't bury the talent. And
don't bury the talent. But JBL will do that for sure. And also, don't use insider terms. He does that quite a bit too.
Yeah.
Adam,
this is your point.
Maggle.
Maggle.
You guys have got me all self-conscious now because you're being dicks.
Yeah. Why not? We're giving you opportunities to speak. I brought up a topic, and we talked about it.
When have you ever done that? I see. That's why I'm freezing, because it's not something that I'm used to. You guys usually just fucking railroad until you run out of breath, and then I happen to be able to get a word in and move to something else.
Aww.
Aw, dubstep, Adam. It's okay.
Dolph Ziggler removed from WWE TV indefinitely, thanks to a storyline injury caused by Rusev and his crutches. Thoughts were that it was due to contract status, which is what I thought it was, but apparently he's filming a movie.
Yeah, I heard about
that. The new
that.
WWE Studios film 642.
Mm-hmm.
Why that's the name of it, I don't know. Film is a thriller in which Ziggler plays a cop named Ray Fitzpatrick. No word about his partner, Patrick Fitzray. He has to overcome his past while dealing with a plot to blow up a kid with a bomb strapped to their chest.
What a plot. I heard
6
or whatever was a title.
Ziggler should be back for SummerSlam.
That they would sell that many DVD copies. That's what I heard.
That's how much money they're trying to. That's how much money they're trying to make back at the box office.
That was the
$6.42.
That was the budget. Anyway.
Yeah.
That sounds thrilling.
Anyway, so it does appear that Dolph Ziggler has re-signed with WWE and is not leaving. Like many were speculating that he would.
You know what's kind of cool? We didn't talk about the Raw from a week ago. That segment with Rusev when he was no longer, when he like kind of revealed that he wasn't injured anymore. That was a fantastic segment. Like it was unexpected. He just beat the shit out of Dolph Ziggler with those crutches. That was awesome. Apparently,
what was also awesome was the triple threat match last night. The triple threat match last night to determine who would lose to John Cena in the U.S. Open Challenge.
That was a good match.
Personally, I thought they should have just made it a fatal four-way match, but maybe that's just me.
Well, then John had to work a little harder.
Yeah, and you risk having Kevin Owens lose. It was much better to have Kevin Owens be like, yeah, screw this, I'm out of here.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to get the match anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah. And you got to see a nice little showcase of Rusev and Cesaro.
And they tore it up.
If these four guys are your U.S. title contenders for the foreseeable future, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, for sure. I mean, you got a great Haas fight out of it. Anything that propels Kevin Owens farther and Cesaro farther is great. And apparently Cesaro's father as well. I don't hate Rusev as much as everyone else does. You can tell by his attire that they are definitely moving away from the Russian stuff a little bit. I mean, any kind of evolution, get him away from the whole Lana storyline, get him away from Dolph Ziggler, which those two never really meshed well anyways.
Yeah.
Get him into fighting with some guys that can actually make him look good.
Yeah, I've always loved Rusev. I thought Rusev was amazing. Good.
They're saying Dolph will be back in time for SummerSlam. My thoughts are they'll probably have a match between Rusev and Ziggler at SummerSlam and probably blow that off. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully Rusev can move away from the whole Lana thing. And by then, who knows? Lana might be American.
Or dead.
Oh, gosh. Yikes.
Zoinks, yo.
What else you got, Adam? Anything?
Yeah. Let's hear some news. Did you see the picture of The Rock's finger?
Yeah, that was crazy.
What the fuck is going on?
I did not see a picture of The Rock's finger.
No, did you see the video, the Vine or whatever he posted? I'll link it on the. I'll go right now and I'll link it on our page. It's ridiculous.
I don't know what you're talking about.
His finger's like 90-degree angle.
And he's just like standing there calmly, like, man, I don't have time to bleed. And he just like shows his finger, and it's just like ridiculous. He's like, well, they better pop this thing back in.
I don't want to see that, actually.
I'm going to find it.
Gross.
We're going to make you.
Yeah, I'm not going to click on it, so there you go. In the meantime, minutes, do you want to do trivia, or do you just want to do predictions?
Let's do both.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Okay. I get my Scurbird up here. Don't. Gross.
Wait, no, not in a group. On a page I manage.
Oh, it says it's fake.
Is it fake?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to play to 116.
I'm just going to leave it up till you see it.
Okay, I'm going to
God damn it.
Share link. I shared it on the rundown feed.
Well, I also saw it on Troy's screen, and it was gross.
Yeah, but it said TheBigLead.com is reporting that video was fake.
Oh yeah, he was awfully calm.
I love that your voice is the movie announcer guy from the Rob Schneider movies on South Park. Rob Schneider is a stapler.
Yeah.
In the movie, herp to diddly derp to dee to derp to do. All right.
Christ.
10? Want to play to 10?
I don't care. Sure.
All right. 112 it is.
All right. Let's do this.
Sweet. Let's do this shit.
I don't got to work in the morning. Whatever. Sorry, too late to go to the gym. I'm already tired, so.
Troy, you go first.
I'll take the rapist for 300.
Did Troy freeze just then? Oh, yeah. Was that a 5? I think that was a 5.
He always chooses 5 every time.
It's always 5. I don't know why you asked the question.
Owen Hart claims which Japanese star taught him the sharpshooter?
The great Japanese star Fella Lot of Distance.
Wow.
That's a stretch even for you.
I'm gonna go with I don't know. Jeez, boy, I don't know. Haku.
Andy for 3.
Haku, the Great Buddha.
Also not Japanese.
No, I don't know.
I was talking about a Haku.
Okay.
Apparently, Hiro Hase taught.
Good old Hiro Hase.
I figured it's some Hiro Nakamusha or something like that.
Toyota.
Racist.
Or my new Japanese alter ego, Fella Lot of Distance.
4 points.
What move did the Big Boss Man use to win his match at WrestleMania 6?
Diabetes.
What move did he use to win his match at WrestleMania?
What move did the Big Boss Man use to win his match at WrestleMania 6?
Did he not use his finisher? Okay, who did he face at WrestleMania 6? Okay, I got the event in my head. He would have fought... He was feuding with the Heenan family at WrestleMania 6. I'm going to say the Boss Man Slam, just because I have no idea what else he would have used.
Troy for 2.
Schoolboy?
A side suplex.
Okay.
Why would anyone know that?
That's odd.
That's a 4. That's a 4. That's not even a 5. What was the 5? What was the third move he used in the match?
Oh, I know he was feuding with the Heenan family, because I think at that point there was that whole thing where Bobby Heenan was like making all those comments about his mama, and I remember him being like, "No one talks about my mama that way, and I'm gonna get revenge." I think it was on Rick Rude. He fought Rick Rude or something. But anyway, see, I know that. Can I get 4 points? I think Adam's dead again. But anyway, let's hey, quick, Troy, vamp!
He had a stroke.
Quick, vamp!
Oh my God. Somebody should probably really check him out, because there's something really wrong going on there.
I know. Wow. Well, it appears neither of us win trivia this week.
Yeah.
Because Adam is dead. Rest in peace, Adam. We'll bury him next to the Big Boss Man's mama and the Big Show's father. Oh, it's dubstep! He's back!
Adam's dubstepping. Are you there?
Oh, he's gone again!
Oh,
quick,
no.
Quick, Troy, vamp!
He's got that JR disease.
Oh, I had that JR disease. That's nice.
Oh, no.
Oh God! Hey, at least you know what's weird about him freezing? You know what's weird about him freezing though, is the fact that I can't tell if he's frozen or if he's just staring at us with disdain, because they look exactly the same.
Yeah, this is a typical look for him, just like staring at. Oh
wait, there it is.
Again, that's a typical.
We're good.
Okay,
can you hear me?
Yes,
I can hear you.
Okay.
All right, Troy. It's okay, we vamped. We're good. Troy!
Yeah.
A fiver?
I could get that Snapchat.
Did you like that?
Wait, what?
Oh, I sent him a picture of his frozen self.
How many points?
Well, 5, Robot Adam.
It's going to be the worst
Shawn Michaels. It really is. You're not wrong about that.
Shawn Michaels.
Once appeared on what popular television?
You're talking like you're Japanese. Words come out and then your mouth goes.
Once appeared on what?
Oh, I heard it. It just, you look like you have really bad dubbing to you. Shawn Michaels once appeared on what popular TV series?
Well, that's
Yeah.
McMillan and whatever. McMillan
It's
River
like what
Adventures.
it's like the 90s. So
Technically, his hunting show is not
This is
incorrect.
Copyright 1998.
I'm gonna say, let's see. Kevin Nash was on Sabrina the Teenage Witch, so I'm gonna say Saved by the Bell. I can't read that.
Adam.
Is that I
Troy,
can't read it.
Troy, I think you and I may just have to jump to predictions because Adam is like really out of it.
Adam is showing us what
Andrew
Hindu
for
looks
3.
like. Okay, apparently I got it wrong.
Okay, what TV series was he a part of? I'm gonna say the Playgirl After Hours Funhouse.
No. If you can hear me, the
Awesome.
This is the greatest show ever.
Let's see. I'm gonna
answer
record
was
this one.
Baywatch.
He was on Baywatch.
I heard Baywatch.
I'm gonna say shall we?
Shall we? What?
I'm gonna say I win. I think he wants us to go to predictions now.
Yeah, let's do predictions, and that way if Adam cuts out, actually, I'm going to load WWE.com, so that way I can run predictions, so that way if Adam if he keeps cutting out, at least we'll keep continuing on with the show and the flow. So I'm going to pull it up right now. We have a pay-per-view coming up, so when Adam gets around to it, hopefully in the next couple of days, he will post the predictions on our website. We'll have an opportunity. You guys will have an opportunity to once again partake in choosing who you think are going to be the winners at our upcoming pay-per-view, which is, I believe, what is it?
Extreme Rules.
Battleground. Yes, thank you. Battleground. So, starting as soon as my computer loads with, I will not do this in the order of like main event to last one. Your kickoff show. Here we go. Your kickoff show. It is King Barrett versus... Oh, it's gone. Where'd it go? King Barrett versus R-Truth.
The stipulation for this match is if Barrett loses, R-Truth steals his crown, I think is what I saw.
That's fantastic.
Yep. So I'm going to, for the love of God, please have Wade Barrett win this match.
Okay.
We'll go with Wade Barrett.
All right, Adam, if we can hear you.
I agree with Troy 100%. For the love of God, please let King Barrett win.
Adam, I think you should just... Adam, your answer should be one word, because that entire thing took far too long. All right, I'm going to go with King Barrett as well.
But it was glorious.
It was pretty glorious, but I'm going to cut Adam down to one-word responses on this segment. Randy Orton versus Sheamus, with nothing really on the line. What do you think, Troy?
If we look at the WWE past, they have a huge hard-on for making the Money in the Bank winners lose repeatedly to break them down and build them back up again. So I'm going to say Orton.
Okay. Adam, one-word response.
All right. Adam is apparently, because this is great podcasting, Adam is giving us the finger.
Sheamus.
And
all right, go with Sheamus. Thank you. And
he has chosen Sheamus.
He did. He has chosen Sheamus, and I will go with Sheamus as well, because I really hope that Sheamus does win and continues to maybe break that streak of maybe making the Money in the Bank winner actually look decent. So I'm going with Sheamus. Your WWE Tag Team Championship match, the Primetime Players defend against the New Day. do you think, Troy?
Can I go with like neither of them? Can we just like vacate the belts?
Wow.
Primetime players because it's too soon for them to drop the belts.
My thoughts exactly. Going to be PTP just because, as much as I love both teams, they're both awesome in my book. I'm going to go with the primetime players. Adam.
Primetime players retain, please.
Primetime players retain. All right, moving on. We've got the Intercontinental Championship match between Ryback, Big Show, and The Miz.
Ooh, there's a riveting fucking match there. I'm gonna go. Again, it's just too soon. It's gonna be Ryback.
I'm gonna go with Ryback too. And you know what? I don't think that this is a boring concept because The Miz has made it entertaining. If anything, The Miz has made this match actually, I think, worthwhile seeing because he's been brilliant on the mic, and every segment I think I've seen with him have been at least somewhat entertaining. And Ryback has gotten better, so I agree with you. Ryback is going to retain. It's way too early. Adam.
Do I sound better at all?
You do sound a little better now.
Good. iTunes was doing horse shit in the background that I didn't realize it was doing, and that was what was eating up my internet connection. Ryback retains.
All right. Your WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, yes, that is next on the list. It is Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. Wondering if that's not going to be the main event. What do you think?
It's obviously going to be the main event. This is kind of hard because
that's what she said.
Well, if it's only kind of hard, then it's not really good. I do believe
that's
that
also
Rollins.
What she said.
Yep, I do believe that Rollins retains, and that's where it gets a little muddy on if Rollins retains clean or if shenanigans. So I'm gonna go with probably shenanigans and possibly a Dean Ambrose heel turn. Maybe he turns around and costs Brock Lesnar the championship and aligns with Rollins maybe. I don't know. That's fantasy booking 101. But I think that Rollins retains the championship for sure.
Okay. I'm going to go Rollins retains as well. But I'm going to go completely out into left field with the reason why. There will be shenanigans. My thought is if they want to push this, what they were kind of looking at, a potential Triple H versus Rollins match, Triple H comes out and interferes and helps Rollins retain, to which then Rollins gets really pissed off that he got involved in his business. He basically says, I could have done this on my own, thus possibly leading to a match between the two of them. But I'm going to say it is Rollins who retains.
Rollins has to retain. We talked about it before. They've booked him so poorly over the past couple of weeks since they announced that Brock Lesnar was his opponent at Battleground, that if he doesn't retain, it makes him a joke and makes his entire title reign a joke, if you ask me. So, agree that there will probably be some sort of shenanigans. Whether or not they are welcome on Seth Rollins' part is a question that we can find out on Sunday. But he has to retain, otherwise there's no point to it.
Okay. Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt in a match that I could care less about.
I think Troy is dead. Oh no, there he is.
No, I just was so bored I blacked out for a second. Jesus Christ. I guess I'm gonna have to go with Wyatt on this one actually. Because they seem to like to keep kicking Reigns when he's down.
I'm going with Reigns because I think they're trying to build him back up to possibly a championship reign here soon. So I'm going to see once again Bray Wyatt does not win at a pay-per-view. Shocking.
Yeah, I'm going with Roman because they don't know how to book Bray Wyatt.
There you go. United States Championship. John Cena versus Kevin Owens. You notice what's missing on this card, by the way? A Divas match after everything that happened on Raw. But anyway,
we'll get it. They'll probably announce it Friday, or we'll start hearing something leak out from the SmackDown tapings. But you're most likely going to get a triple threat, 3 Diva tag team extravaganza, whatever the fuck it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be the 3 teams of 3 chicks against each other, all scissoring in the middle of the ring.
How about a 9 diva triple threat tag team match?
Yes. A 9 diva triple threat scissors match is what it is. Yeah.
That requires far too much thought for the Divas division.
Right. An 18 fallopian tube triple threat Divas match.
I wasn't sure where you were going when you said 18. I mean, is he going with breast? What is he going there? Anyway, so, yeah.
Breast is too easy, and some of them are not real, so...
Well, you know.
You get into, like, fractions on that, because, like, Nikki Bella...
Who wins the United States Championship match?
Oh, shit. Kevin Owens.
Agreed.
Kevin Owens all the way.
It's time for him to ascend.
Not a lot of dissension there. But yeah, there we go. There are predictions. You can let us know what your predictions are, fans, when Adam posts in the next couple days the predictions poll. So be on the lookout for that on our Facebook page or on Twitter, and give it a vote. And we'll see. We'll have the results following the pay-per-view. See where the standings are.
And
at some point we'll determine a prize for the prediction contest.
Yes.
At some point, other than free hand jobs, we'll figure out a prize. And keep taking a peek at the Facebook, because everyone knows that our showdown is still on life support, but it's still alive, and we're gonna keep beating that dead horse until we're done.
When's the last time we've done a matchup? I don't even remember.
Oh, we're in the middle of one.
Okay. Are we really?
This one's been the one we're in currently, which is Big Show versus Big Show, has been sitting at 8 votes for about 3 weeks.
Yep.
So
I think
vote, assholes.
Speaking or not speaking, or there are no fans. One of the 3. I don't know.
So somebody, and just one person, mind you, has to go and vote.
That means Bill, go vote for the 5th time.
All right. Somebody grab the heroin needle out of Bill's arm and make him go vote. I don't know the guy. I just assume he's not it. Somebody make sure he votes so we can move on from this fucking thing and get to next year's Field of 64 failed pushes from WWE. 62 of them are going to be Dolph Ziggler.
That time that Dolph Ziggler won Money in the Bank and then immediately didn't do anything with his title reign. Mm-hmm. That time Dolph Ziggler got pushed down after being, the savior of the match that would have got him all fired. The time that Dolph Ziggler... I could go on, but anyway.
Mm-hmm. Time that Dolph Ziggler got his face kicked in by Jack Swagger.
That does it.
Also featuring Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
Also featuring
the Highlanders.
Who else?
Highlanders.
Zack Ryder.
Oh yeah, Zack Ryder for sure.
Damien Sandow.
Where
is he at?
Curtis Axel.
Adam Rose.
Where is Damien at? I haven't seen him in a while. The Brooklyn Brawler.
Bell Venus.
Rikishi's
heel turn. That was supposed to make him a main eventer.
Oh, yeah.
I did it for the people.
D'Lo Brown.
Oh, yeah, I remember when D'Lo was kind of big there for a little bit.
Yeah. Darren Drozdov till he got paralyzed.
I was going to say Owen Hart, but...
Eddie Guerrero until he died. Chris Benoit.
Before he... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What else? Stone Cold Steve Austin immediately following his Austin 316 debut, where he was then pre-showing it for the next couple of months. Boy, jeez, yeah. I think we're going to have to expand this one out to 164. There's been a lot.
100. Yes.
It'd be 128, but
yeah, that's what I was thinking. The same thing. I did the mental math, but I wanted to make Troy look like it.
Is that Wisconsin math?
That's 3 beers down math. That's what that is.
3 beers down. That's my favorite band.
Oh yeah. Well, 3 dicks down is my favorite band. Are we gonna finish our trivia that we're doing? Because you're not all robotic anymore.
Do you want to go back to that? It was 0-0. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I'm
care.
stop. It's almost 9 my time. That means it's almost 10 your time. So let's just wrap this up.
That does it.
Thank you.
For technical difficulties, cast. For this. Tuesday, July 14th. Maybe Tuesday wasn't such a good idea.
I know. It's like the worst podcast we've ever done, and Josh isn't even on it.
I know. You apparently logged into Josh's internet, though.
That was my
from Josh's basement.
Fucking iTunes doing bullshit in the background I didn't know it was doing, causing all kinds of shit.
God forbid 2 things be running at once on your computer.
Apparently,
You've 3 technically. He's got Audacity on too.
Yeah, and he's got that dial-up connection. Remember?
Apparently, it ruins the Wi-Fi. Well, we are still talking about AOL, right?
Welcome. Yeah. You've got mail.
That's pretty close to how Adam sounded for most of that too.
Welcome.
Welcome. I pick Shareboss.
Shareboss. Drop the bass.
That's considering Solomon Crowe was like supposed to be a hacker for a while. That really should have been him. Ladies and gentlemen, out of the ring, Solomon Crowe.
215 days since Nikki Bella won the WWE Divas Championship.
Wow. Can someone please put that twat out of her misery?
Please. Please.
Maybe Sasha Banks?
Or Charlotte.
Maybe.
Fuck Charlotte. Nobody cares about Charlotte.
Why?
Because Sasha Banks is a legit boss.
She paying you?
I know people who know her.
Oh my God.
I've never met her, but I know people who know her. Because she's from around here.
Oh, really? Well, I was trying to get her to listen tonight.
Go to...
I don't think it worked.
I don't think so. Go to audibletrial.com/rundown for a free audiobook and a 30-day free trial of Audible. APW returns Sunday, July 26th at Newburyport Old Yankee Homecoming. Lucky Pro Wrestling presents High Incident at the Balloons and Blues Festival at the Hudson Elks Lodge in Hudson, Massachusetts on Saturday, August 15th. That show is at noon. September 26th, then Liberty States comes back sometime in October. Follow us on Twitter. I live tweet Raw, NXT, and my copy, but I don't know where it is.
Your copy of NXT?
My copy got some tinkle on it because it sits in the bathroom.
Ew.
I read it while I'm taking dumps.
Well,
your poetry puts my anus at ease.
Some of the pages. Some of the pages are missing, you know.
God damn it. Your poetry puts my anus at ease.
That needs to be an Amazon review. That
please
needs to be a review.
Please do.
Submit
I don't even
it
care
to
if it's
Amazon.
that. Oh, Jesus.
I read this on the toilet. Your poetry puts my anus at ease.
Let me log in.
Oh, good Lord. Whatever you wrote for the one on iTunes, it never went through, so...
I know! I guess they didn't like my swear words in it.
Probably not.
Can't imagine why. Send your feedback, send your catchphrase suggestions, send your fake sponsors, or if you want to be a real sponsor, send $50 to rundownwrestling@gmail.com.
We've given you this product. Just saying.
Leave us a voice, because it's always good to shit on me. Thanks, dickbag. Leave us a voicemail like Sal does at 206-202-6478. That's 206-20. Like us on Facebook and tell your parents and grandparents to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/rundownwrestling. To make a donation of the monetary variety, go to rundown.podomatic.com and click the PayPal donate button on the right-hand side of the page. Watch our archived episodes, including Dubstep Josh and Troy Makes Faces, and apparently Dubstep Adam this week at youtube.com/rundownpodcast, and circle me on Google Plus at google.com/+AdamRundownHost. Andrew is making a terrible face.
What?
I don't know what the fuck you were just doing. You're just sitting there looking very strange.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was reading an article on my phone. I apologize.
Oh, glad to know you're paying attention.
Oh shit.
The same thing every week. Shadowvane.net for an amazing podcast. That's the only part that's important.
Even better because I was on the latest episode.
Feeling constipated? Go to tinyurl.com/distant horizons to get yourself some poetry that'll ease your anus.
Well, ease that anus, I'm telling you what.
Shadowvane.net and patreon.com/shadowvane for some other bullshit.
Hey, for an amazing podcast, which Adam is doing an amazing job on, as are other people. And Troy was on our last episode, and it was a lot of fun. So go check it out. If you like Troy, if you like Adam, go listen to Shadowvane episode number 11. And if you haven't listened to the others, listen to the others first. Because it won't make sense.
Right.
And if you don't like me or Troy, why the fuck are you here?
Because I'm here, obviously.
Because it's not for Andy, that's for sure.
They're fans of Josh.
Yeah.
They're just waiting.
Please. They're just waiting. They're just waiting for the raccoon.
Yeah, they are. Or
search for us on iTunes for the Rundown Wrestling Podcast if you subscribe. Froda? We're waiting for Froda to come
I was
back.
going to say a foreign guy who laughs like crazy. That guy. The foreign guy with the contagious.
Search for us on iTunes under the Rundown Wrestling Podcast. If you subscribe, you get the podcast delivered to you absolutely free each and every week for $0.00. We are also available on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or the Stitcher app for iOS or Android. Also free. If you cannot afford a monetary donation, leave us a 5-star review on iTunes because that helps other people find us. If you leave us a text review, we will read your name and your review at the end of a future episode.
Yeah, leave one.
Yeah, motherfucker.
We got like 6 new ones this week on Shadowvane.
I also tried to do... Yeah. Well, we'll get there. Sooner or later, I'm going to find one that works so that I can actually do a review of Shadowvane. And then you'll all see.
It'll be fantastic.
It's going to be amazing.
Thanks to Tegan Brown for the logo. Thanks to everyone for listening. Thanks to Nobody on the Side. Thanks to Trandy.
Fuckers!
Thanks to Android. Thanks to Android. And thanks to iFightDragons at iFightDragons.com for the theme song. Next week, a full recap. Well, not a full recap. We'll talk about Battleground.
Oh, God, oh no. I'm afraid.
We'll see if it posts.
And as always, Jacob, good night and good luck.
And far go to shadowvane.net.
And tune in next week for another ridiculously offensive episode of the Rundown Wrestling Podcast.
Kill me.
Kill me now. Bandangos awesome. End the show. Can't stop. All right.
Can't stop, won't stop.
You do realize I'm just going to take that and put that at the end of the episode.
I figured you were going to. No one's going to get that far, so it's okay.
This was rough.
This week's episode was rough. This was a tough one, guys.
We almost didn't make it through it, boys. But we made it. So why the fuck won't this post?
Looks like we made it.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's go to noise removal.
Have you seen this movie?
It looked the blurry movie. No, I haven't seen that.
It's not blurry.
It is extremely blurry. It's now it's got light on it.
Oh.
I think your eyes don't work.
What?
I think no. Troy, back me up on this.
I can't read what the fuck that is. I think I get it.
Perfect.
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim job.
No, I've not seen that yet.
Nope.
Well,
I
you
haven't
should.
seen anything.
I've heard really good things about it.
Yeah.
Well, you should.
Okay.
I have it downloaded and saved as Pacific Rim job. So eventually, I will.
Are you sure it's not the porn version of that? Is that?
It could be.
You damn dirty pirates.
I don't really do that anymore. I buy my stuff more often than not anymore. So.
Rim? Are we talking about rim jobs?
No, we're talking about buying stuff, pirating. You made a pirate comment, and I said I'm not really a pirate anymore.
Buying rim jobs?
No, buying mute. Fuck. I don't need
Looks
to buy
like
rim
we
jobs. I
made
can get a
it.
rim job whenever I want.
All you got to do is read the poetry.
All you gotta do is read that poetry.
Yep. Just flushes right out.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when if that if that posts.
Please do. Please do. It'd be fantastic. Good times.
Oh yeah. Chasing. Looks like I'd be the first person
Welcome
to actually.
Yeah, no one's left a review on iTunes on Amazon for it. I still have yet to be able to collect any money from Gumroad or whatever the one website is that the tiny URL links to.
Yep.